Hi, and welcome to 647, 6 stories for 7 a.m. This is your quick news fix because there is a famine of truth in our land. But don't sweat it because the truth starts now. Oh, and I have a bad thing to inform you of. The penny is dead. That's what I said. And I know a girl in New York City who picks up every penny she sees. And man, they are going to become rare because 1-cent coins are not going into circulation in 2026. So lucky pennies are going to become rare, and there's no more a penny for your thoughts. There's no more a penny saved is a penny earned. There's no more, I bet that cost a pretty penny. There's no more in for a penny, in for a pound. There's no more pennies from heaven. There's no more, what is this one? Penny anti-poker. Wow, that's an old one. No more penny wise and pound foolish. And no more, it was worth every penny. And no more penny pincher. You're going to have to say cheap bastard. Okay, take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves. Well, not anymore. But listen, we're having some fun with this, but ultimately, this is what we call in emergency management a precursor data point, right? Marking a potential disaster. What's the disaster? Well, if you don't need pennies anymore, it means that you're experiencing inflation and that the dollar is dropping in value. So pay attention, people. All right. Number 2, here's a new thing for us, the Tapas Truth Bar, little plates of truth to nibble on. And believe me, sangria helps. Bitcoin, now up to a value of $109,752 a coin, with Elon launching X money right now on his X platform. So digital, keep talking about digital currency. Everyone's telling you it's going to be great. I'm telling you right now, you're going to regret it. All right, Southwest Airlines will end its 2 bags fly free policy after 50 years. Check bags will cost you starting Wednesday, i.e. tomorrow. Note, passengers who fly first class or use a Southwest credit card can still check 2 bags for free. And the last little tapas plate, Joe Rogan, a self-described atheist, is now attending church regularly after a 3-hour podcast with a Christian apologist named Wesley Huff. That sounds like we are getting close. Talking yikes. Come, Lord Jesus, y'all better get ready. Okay, number 3, another VAW. What's a VAW? Well, there's enough of them you should know by now. It's vehicle as weapon event, a ramming attack in Liverpool after Liverpool won a soccer championship and the streets were full of people. And here comes this guy with a van just plowing people down like a snowplow. And then the crowds eventually just swarm the vehicle and they're pounding on it, and they eventually get the guy out. So police are saying that this is a 53-year-old white British man. That's what they said. They said 47 people were injured, 27 were hospitalized, 2 of them critical. A 53-year-old white British man. Now, this is a terrible event. I'm not making light of it, but I'm making note of what I see here. When did you last hear that kind of detail when the driver in a VAW event had dark skin? Then the description is a male. Just saying. 53-year-old white British man? Come on now. You're not even disguising this stuff. All right. Take 4. Dan Bongino. Is that right? Yeah. Take 4. Dan Bongino gives us the FBI rundown. Okay. The FBI took down a global operation dealing in dark web drug trafficking. So for all of you who are thinking the FBI is not making any progress, 270 arrests were made in Austria, Brazil, France, Germany, the Netherlands, South Korea, Spain, Switzerland, the UK, and the US. Hundreds of pounds of fentanyl were seized, $200 million in currency and digital assets seized. Over 2 metric tons of drugs were seized. That's 4,409 pounds for you Yanks. And also 180 firearms. Bongino said they are also working on the pipe bomber on J6, who left that pipe bomb outside the Democratic headquarters where Kay Mala was supposed to be, and all the cops were just walking around it casually, and little kids were walking by it, and it stinks to high heaven. Okay, they're also going after the case of the cocaine bag found in the White House. Funny how that whole thing just got plowed under. Well, no, they're going after it. And they're going after New York Attorney General Letitia James and her real estate fraud. Okay, take 5. The ACLU is suing for vax mandates. And who are they going after? Well, the American Civil Liberties Union is suing the state of West Virginia over its policy that allows religious exemptions for religious reasons. Got a newly minted Republican governor in West Virginia, and that was one of the first things he did in January, was directed the policy when he took office in January 2025 to let families receive religious exemptions from shot mandates for school attendance. This is specific to the COVID-19 fake vaccine. This fight is happening because a new COVID strain is being cranked up in China. It's funny how COVID just loves China. And the CDC says it's already here. Be very afraid. It starts with a sore throat. All right. They just will not give this vaccine up because they were allowed to kill so many people with it and disable so many. And they all keep dropping dead every week, and we all know it in our networks. We hear of it all the time, and this is going to continue, but they're not happy with that. They want to get a whole new mandate going. And listen, if you know the truth, you need to shout it down. All right, take 6. Final. From trannies to tradesmen. That sounds like a good swap. Trump is attempting to redirect $3 billion in grants intended for Harvard to instead go to trade schools. The government is investigating Harvard's ties to a Chinese Communist Party-linked paramilitary group. You can't make it up. Ivy League, give me a break. Let's get it to the trade schools. There's going to be 100, or wait a second, what did they say last week? 1 million different apprenticeships for trades coming up in the next year. So let's get these folks trained. Let's get manufacturing going. Let's get a whole new middle class of happy people who can sustain themselves. And guess what? We need to sustain ourselves. And guess how we do it? When you like what we do, when you share what we do, when you make comments about what we do. And guess what? I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. And now get back to work and have a good time doing it. And God bless you.
Take a picture, it'll last longer. The mirror on the wall say I'm getting stronger. And you're the mirror